Starting in measure 66, we have a series of chords that are tricky because they get to be high above the neck. When you get up here above the neck, we should go to what's called thumb position, which means your thumb is here in this corner of the neck, not back behind the neck where you normally play. But in order to get your fingers up above the body, you have to get into thumb position. And the best place to get your thumb is right there in the corner. You can press against the body and then you can expand your hand over the top of the instrument this way. It allows this part of the hand to be higher than the fretboard. Okay, so starting in measure 66, we have a series of repeated chords. The rhythm isn't hard, they're just in eighth notes, but let's take a look at the fingering. So your first chord, your first finger is at the 6th fret of the first string. The other two notes are at the 7th fret on the 2nd and 3rd string. It looks just like an E major shape in first position. If you know that chord, it's an A chord up there. Your next chord, use your second finger as a guide finger. Slide it up 1 fret and bar the top 2 strings at the 7th fret. So you went from there, slide up a fret on 2, and now you have this. Your next chord is one that is above the fret, above the body. Your second finger is on the 10th fret of the first string. Your first finger is on the 9th fret of the 2nd string. And your third finger is on the 11th fret of the 3rd string. So 10, 9, 11. 10, 9, 11. And that chord repeats 8 times. Your first 2 fingers right now are at 10 and 9. To play the next chord, reverse them. And then put your pinky 1 fret ahead of where your 3rd finger is now. So now you have 12, 10, 9. Let me show you that trick again. You were here. 10, 9, 11. Your first and second finger, just reverse the strings that they're on. And your pinky goes 1 fret higher than your 3rd finger is now. So you'll no longer need your 3rd finger. You can leave it there if you'd like. There's your next chord. So 1, 3, 2. This goes 8 times, etc. 8 times. Then it goes back down to the 6th fret and starts on the same A chord again. The second chord is the same. Now, go 1 fret higher and go back to that E major shape. The same chord that you played at the 6th fret, play it at the 8th fret. So your fingers are at 8, 9, and 9. Then slide up 1 fret on your second finger and put a bar at the 9th fret. It's the same as your second chord. So you have this, up a fret to that. And then repeat that pattern. Up a fret, and it's just like the first chord. Up another fret, and it's just like the second chord. And that's that chordal section. So while you're playing these 8 notes, look ahead. Now you're going to be at 10, 9, and 11. Reverse those fingers. Pinky goes in front of 3. All the way back to the 6th fret. Up a fret to the bar. Up a fret to the previous chord shape. And then up a fret to that bar, and it holds. The top note in your chord is E. That's the same as your next note. Back down to the 4th fret for the B. Open. Then we get the for Elise melody starting on B. This happens 7 times, and then in measure, looks like measure 77, 87. So that's 4, 3, 4, 4 on the second string, 2 on the first, open, 2 on the second, 1, 2, 4, and then make your life easy, stay on the second string, 2, 4, 5. Back to the first string, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4 on the second string, first string, second fret, open, second fret, second string, back to the first fret, 1, 2, 4, and then second fret on the third, open first, fourth fret on the second, second fret on the second. Now we get a new line of chords, but here's the good news. It's exactly the same shape pattern at a different fret. So we start in the E chord. So first fret, second and second. This chord happens 8 times. Slide up a fret on your second finger. So you have second fret, third fret. Now your second finger is going to go to the 5th fret on the first string, so you've got 2, 4, 6. And now you're going to do exactly the same thing you did last time. These 2 fingers are going to reverse strings. Your pinky comes down in front of your 3rd finger on the 3rd string. And that sequence gets played twice. When you're done, 8th fret on the first string, 9th fret, and then 9th fret on the 2nd and 3rd strings. Go back to the 4th fret of the 1st string and do this again. 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2nd fret. So I'm sorry, 2nd string, 4th fret, 1st string, 2nd, open, 2nd string, 2nd, and you're done.